Let us continue with chapter 2 of accountancy. We were discussing about theory base of accounting. Theory base of accounting. To maintain uniformity and consistency in accounting records, we follow certain rules and regulations, and that is called GAAP. What is GAAP? Generally accepted accounting principles. And this GAAP includes two: accounting concept, accounting conventions. Accounting concepts means what? They are certain assumptions. Okay? Imagination, assumption. And convention means the customs and traditions followed. Okay. So, we were discussing the first concept, business entity concept. Business entity concept means the business and the owner, they are two different entities. Business is considered as something that has got separate existence. Okay. And this next one was money measurement concept. Every transaction, any event which can be measured in monetary terms can only be taken for accounting. Okay, and that was two topics that we stopped with. Am I right? Now let's see the next principle, that is going concern principle. Yes, Nestle, what is happening there? Are you listening?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, what is the point I just told now?
Ma'am, we are going to next topic, going concern.
Going concern principle. Okay. Going concern principle that means it is an assumption that a business firm would continue to carry its operation indefinitely. Indefinite period. That means, do we start a business to close it very soon? We expect that business will run so many years earning profit. It is with that intention we start a business. Am I right? Or do we invest so much of money? Do we start a business to close the business very soon? Today I am going to start a business. I am sure that I'll close this business next month or after 6 months. I am starting this business only for 6 months. Is that the intention that the owner keeps in mind? No. The expectation of the owner or the intention of the owner is definitely to run the business for so many years, earning huge profits. Okay, that is the assumption. So going concern principle means it assumes that a business will continue for so many years, will exist for so many years, for a long period of time, and would not be liquidated in the foreseeable future. That means we won't close the business. We won't wind up the business in anywhere in the near future. We will continue the business for a long period of time. That is the anticipation, expectation of the owner. Okay, so this principle is called going concern. Going, it keeps on going. It is assumed that the business will function for a long period of time. Okay, going concern principle. This is the third one. Next is accounting period concept. Accounting period concept. Okay, all these points we have gone through everything while discussing various points. Accounting period refers to the span of time, the time period at the end of which financial statements are prepared. I told you, your annual exams. When do we conduct your annual exams? It is the end of the academic year. Similarly, in the business, we prepare the financial statements. Which are the financial statements? Remember two important financial statements? Trading and profit and loss account, balance sheet. Remember the words? Okay, to understand the operation, what is happening, whether it is profit, what is the business earning, is it profit, is it loss? To find out that, we prepare trading and profit and loss account. Okay. And then to find out the financial strength, the financial wealth, the health. Okay. For that we find out that we prepare the balance sheet. So these are the most important two financial statements, and this we prepare like your annual exam at the end of the accounting period. Okay, so accounting period usually or normally it is 12 months period. 12 months, that is 1 year. Accounting period is 1 year. How much? 1 year. 12 months period. Okay, and usually it begins on April 1st. April 1 to March 31st. This is normally, usually the accounting period. Okay. Accounting period. So what is accounting period? It is the span of time, the time period at the end of which financial statement. Which are the financial statements? Trading and profit and loss account, balance sheet are prepared to know whether the business has earned profit or loss during that period. Okay, and what exactly is the position of asset and liability? Asset, how much? Liability, how much? Okay, for that we prepare balance sheet. And this financial statement is the one which is useful to the users. We know internal users are there, external users are there. They all need this financial statement. This is the report that gives information about the business. Understand? According to the Companies Act 2013, I have told you once, all the companies in India, okay, the companies in India are registered under Companies Act 2013. Don't forget, we are all commerce students, we should know this. Companies Act 2013. Earlier, it was Companies Act 1956. Later on, it is renewed and now it is Companies Act 2013. And there is Income Tax Act. According to them, as per their, instruction, income statement should be prepared annually. But it is not compulsory that financial statements will be prepared annually itself. No. If the company requires, if there is any need, we may prepare it half yearly, quarterly, monthly. Even though you all have annual exams at the end of the academic year, still we do periodic test, half yearly exam, isn't it? Class test, we do several tests to do the assessment. Similarly, if the business wants to know their performance, they may prepare it monthly, half yearly, quarterly, etc. But normally, and the instruction from the Companies Act and Income Tax Act is, usually we prepare it annually. That is every year. Every year at the end of the accounting period. As we say end of the academic year, we say end of the accounting period. And it is April 1st to March 31st. Our accounting period is April 1 to March 31, and sometimes it can be January 1 to December 31st. Likewise, it is an year. Okay. And I told you sometimes the financial statements are prepared monthly, quarterly, half yearly and on. Such financial statements are called interim statements. Interim financial statements. Okay? Interim financial statements. So, now in this session we discussed about going concern principle, accounting period concept. Accounting period concept. Okay. Now the next one is cost cost concept. Cost. Cost. Cost means what? Suppose we want to purchase a washing machine. Okay? Washing machine. We go to an electronic shop somewhere. We purchase this washing machine. The cost means it is not only the purchase price of machine. We purchase the washing machine say for say 20,000 rupees. The washing machine cost 20,000 rupees. And this washing machine should reach our home. For that, transportation is required. And for transportation, we are paying say 500 rupees. Okay. And this washing machine from the shop directly, when you keep it in your home, it won't work. We need to fix it. We need to do the installation. And sometimes we don't know to do that. We might call a electrician or someone, or the people will come from the company to fix it. For that, you will have to pay an installation charge. Okay? These all together is called the cost of washing machine. Do you understand? So the cost means it is not okay. The cost, it is 20,000 is the cost, the price of the washing machine. I told you for transportation, it is 500 rupees. Okay, transportation. Then for fixing it, I had to pay 1,500 rupees. So what is the cost? The cost is 22,000 rupees. This is how we record the cost. The cost concept requires that all the assets are recorded in the book of accounts at their purchase price, which includes cost of acquisition, transportation, installation, and making the asset ready to use. Do you understand? Yes? Did you understand about the cost?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. The cost, the concept of cost is historical in nature. The peculiarity of cost is that it is historical in nature. Why? Because why we say that is so this year, today I purchased a washing machine. And this is the amount, 22,000 is the cost, including the transportation, installation, everything. Together, this is the cost. In the balance sheet, when we prepare the balance sheet, we write this amount. Which amount? 22,000 is written. This is the amount that is written. Okay? And in the upcoming years also, this price won't change. Every year we write this 22,000. Washing machine 22,000. Washing machine 22,000. Same amount is repeated. Sometimes this value may increase or decrease. In the case of machinery, it might decrease. But still we record the assets in the purchase price. Okay, that is called historical in nature. Suppose let's take the case of land. We know land, the price of land always increases, isn't it? Increase. Suppose a land was purchased for long back, 10 years before, 10 years back, purchased a land for rupees 1 lakh. Okay, 1 lakh. So 10 years before, this is the value that is recorded in the books, 1 lakh, the cost. And even after 10 years, in the book, the price will be the same, 1 lakh only. We won't change it. We will change it, you will learn it later, only when some changes are made to the business. Suppose partnership business is introduced. I was the single owner. Now I thought I'll call 2-3 people and do it as a partnership firm. So I am admitting new partners. So in such situations only we will revalue this. Until then the cost remains the same. Okay. So this is called historical in nature, the cost concept. So the cost concept requires that all the assets are recorded in the book of accounts at their purchase price, which includes cost of acquisition, transportation, installation, and everything making the asset ready to use. The concept of cost is historical in nature, as it is something which has been paid on the date of acquisition and does not change year after year. And this itself is the limitation. We learned in limitation of accounting. In the chapter 1, we studied the disadvantages, limitations of accounting. In that, we said that it is not compulsory, not necessary that the accounting will always show true and fair picture. That is because this is one of the reason. See, the cost, the assets are recorded at the cost price. Okay? Do you understand? So let's do it again. Let's revise again. Go through the textbook. Take out your textbook. Those who have, please take out your textbook. Did you take out the textbook? Please read, because next one is a very important topic, and see, most of them are not in the class. We have so much of time left, and see. Take out the textbook. Just read till now. Please ask if you have any doubt. Theory base of accounting. Only 7 are there in the class. Next is the most important topic related to accounting. The most important principle. That is the base for doing everything. So today we discussed what is GAAP, G-A-A-P. What is GAAP? Full form of GAAP, Alan?
Yes, ma'am.
Full form of GAAP. What is GAAP?
Generally accepted accounting principles.
Very good. Generally accepted accounting principle. And we discussed how many concepts? Business entity concept. Then?
Money measurement concept.
Yes?
Money measurement.
Money measurement concept. Going concern concept. Alan, you are muted.
Accounting
Period concept. Cost concept. Cost concept. Please read. Do you feel any difficulty, any problem?
Ma'am, could you please send those PDFs?
Okay, okay, yes.
Thank you.
Chapter 1 is sent.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Chapter
ma'am.
1 I have.
Ah, okay,
Okay.
I'll send chapter 2 soon. Yes.
Thank you.
And how about you don't have any textbook? Banking is also not there.
No, ma'am, I don't have any textbook.
Okay, okay. So, yes, Anish, or whom
Yes,
will
ma'am.
I call now? Okay, explain business entity concept.
Ma'am,
Business entity concept.
ma'am, business entity concept. In business, the business and the owner, everything has its own existence. They are separate. They are not
Very
same.
good. Yes, yes. Yes, Krishna, going concern concept. Yes, Krishna. Pavitra, growing concern concept.
It assumes that the business continues for many years.
Yes, right. For a long period of time, this business will continue for a long period of time. Right. Then cost concept. Pranav.
It should be in monetary unit.
No, cost means what? Cost includes not only the purchase price, the everything is included, and this cost price. See the sell price from the showroom, what we purchase price plus all other charges related to it, like the transportation, installation charges, whatever charges we have incurred for making it function. Okay, all that is included in the cost price, and that is the cost price that we record in the books. And this, what is the peculiarity, the feature? It is historical in nature. Historical in nature. That means the same cost price is recorded throughout so many years. Okay, that is cost concept. Cost. Then, which was that missed one? Accounting period concept. Accounting period. Akshay? Accounting period concept.
Accounting period concept refers to the span of time at
Yes.
the end of which financial statements of an enterprise are prepared.
Very good, very good. And normally the accounting period is how long?
1 year.
1 year, right. Very good. Okay. And accounting period concept is over. Going concern. Then what is the missed out one? Money measurement. Okay. I think I'll continue with that, but okay. The next concept is the most important one. Okay. Dual aspect concept. Dual aspect concept. This means that, see, suppose there is a boy. Okay. He wanted to buy a cycle. Hope all are listening. Please listen. Okay. There is a boy and he wanted to purchase a cycle. Okay. So what does the boy do? The boy will go to a shop. Definitely a bicycle shop. Okay. And he'll select the bicycle, and for that he will give the money, cash. He will give cash, and he gives the cash, and what he gets back? He'll buy a cycle. Yes. This boy, he wanted to buy a cycle. he is having money with him. Yes, right? He give the money. Money is going to the shop. I mean, he will give the money to the shopkeeper. Am I right? Yes, he give the money and in return what he gets? He get the bicycle. Yes. So here in this transaction, you can see two aspects taking place. Two aspects. Okay. Giving aspect, giving and receiving. Receiving. Did you see that? He is giving cash. Okay. Cash is given. But what is happening? He is receiving a cycle. Yes? Did you get this example? Yes. This is the way all the transactions are related to. Every transaction in a business, in a business involves two aspects. Receiving aspect, giving aspect. Two, dual. Did you get me? Did you understand what I said? Dual aspect. This concept is the, just a second, foundation. Dual aspect is the foundation or the basic principle of accounting. It provides the very basis for recording business transaction. That means this concept states that every transaction has a twofold effect. There is minimum twofold effect. Okay? Something is given. Cash is given. Okay? But what is coming? Instead of the went cash, you get a cycle. So two things are happening there. Cash is gone, cycle came in. Giving aspect and a receiving aspect. Yes? This is called dual aspect principle, dual aspect concept. Let's take another example. See, look at the example Ram. Ram started a business, investing in a sum of rupees 50 lakh. Okay, so here what is happening? The amount of money brought in by Ram will result in an increase in the asset. When it comes to the business, okay, when it comes to the business, regarding the business, we will always view the transaction from the point of view of the business. Now, for the business, what is coming in? Cash is coming in. Yes, cash came. Cash, 50 lakh, okay, comes in. At the same time, what happens? It is liability. The capital should be returned back. Am I right? For the business, cash is increasing. That is an asset. At the same time, it is a liability. Liability for the business. He should repay it one day. So receiving aspect, giving aspect. Let's take another example now. Suppose the firm purchased goods worth rupees 10 lakh on cash. The business is buying goods. What are goods? Those that the business deals with. Yes, goods. So if the business, the firm is purchasing goods for cash, so cash is gone. How much is gone? 10 lakh is gone. But what comes in? Goods are coming inside. Is the cash going that way? No. Instead of that cash gone, what is coming inside? Goods worth 10 lakh is coming inside. Did you get the idea? Again, similarly, if the firm purchases a machine worth rupees 30 lakh, so 30 lakh machine, and on credit, it is on credit. It is a credit transaction. That means we are not paying immediate payment of cash is not taking place. So in this transaction, what is happening? You will get a machine. Machine is coming inside. Okay? Machine came. And cash did not go. But what happened? You get creditors. Yes? This will increase an asset. Machinery is increased. On the other hand, a liability came inside. Yes or no? Do you understand? This is what I said. It's very important. See, machinery, business. This is business and this is shop. Industry, whatever. The business purchased machinery. Purchased machinery. So machinery came inside. Machinery came inside. If it were a cash transaction, what would have happened? Cash might have gone. Yes? If it were a cash transaction, you give the cash, you get machinery. Yes? But here, it is not a cash transaction, but what is it? It is a credit transaction. Okay? Credit transaction. That means machinery is coming inside. At the same time, there is a new liability. Liability is coming. What is that? Creditor. Yes? Yes or no? It's okay. So, I'll explain it again as it is important and so many are absent. We'll discuss in the next class in detail, but understand this. So, in a business, we know there will be three concepts. Mainly there are three. Asset is there, asset. We have liability and we have capital. Capital. Yes, capital is what? The amount invested by the owner. Liability means the obligation that the business has to pay outside. Okay, liability. Asset means the resources owned by the business. So whatever transactions takes place in the business, we will find out the aspects related to it, and always the asset should be equal to liability plus capital. This is called the accounting equation. Accounting equation. Asset is equal to liability plus capital. Asset is equal to liability plus capital. Let me explain this now. Liability plus capital. See. Okay. We said a credit transaction is taking place. Machinery purchased. Credit transaction. Okay. Machinery came inside. 30 lakh. Okay. Machinery is an asset. Yes or no? Machinery is an asset. Machine. Okay. This is machine. This machinery, because of this, what did we get? We got a creditor. Liability. Creditor is a liability. For how much? 30 lakh. We have to pay this 30 lakh one day in future. So see, asset is equal to liability plus capital. Capital is not there here, it's 0. In this transaction, it is not there. This transaction, this is a transaction. 1. Purchased machinery on credit. So asset, we got a 30 lakh asset, and also because of this transaction, there is a creditor. Yes. So see, 30 lakh is equal to 30 lakh. Asset is equal to liability plus capital. Yes. Did you get the idea? Okay, it's okay. We'll do it in the next class. We'll discuss in the next class with all of us together. So dual aspect principle means, just understand this. All the transactions has got two aspects. Receiving aspect as well as giving aspect. When you buy a bicycle or when you buy a burger, you give the amount, you give money, and in return you get the burger. So you found the two aspect. Cash is gone. Giving aspect, cash is gone, and receiving aspect, you got the burger. Yes? Yes. So all the transactions in a business involves two aspect. Understand that. Two aspect. Receiving aspect, giving aspect. Okay. Now there are rules to record this. We will debit and credit. We'll come to it later. Okay, we'll discuss it tomorrow. This is enough. So what did I say? All the transactions has got, every transaction has got how many aspects? Two aspects. What are the aspects?
Giving and receiving.
Receiving aspect, giving aspect. This is called dual aspect. Okay, dual aspect concept. Enough, this is enough, yes. We'll discuss it in the next class. Okay, it's almost time. Revise the portion. It is theory based. It is based on this. We are going to prepare. We are going to start the numerical session by next week. Okay, so learn it very well. Okay, we'll end the session.
Thank you, ma'am.
Just a second. Aparna, you joined very late. I'm not going to give you attendance, okay? Just a second. Okay, thank you. We'll leave the session.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank